And that's pretty much all there is to it when you do this. Good to see you here at Solitude Acres. Today we're going to wax just a few frames just to kind of show you how we do it, which is the first time we've done it. The initial thing I've done, hopefully we can grab a screenshot or something of what one of these frames look like. We still have some in the hive. We have 3 frames here that have the old frames that we got in one of our nukes, I think from last year, or probably 2 of our nukes from last year. Had a lot of old comb in it. Who knows how old they were. Very caked up inside, because as the bees build out, everything that dries down inside the cell kind of builds up. And they kind of use it. They'd pretty much gotten down to all they were doing was storing pollen in here. They really weren't putting brood in there. They were barely putting any honey in. So we're starting to eliminate those frames, get them cleaned up, and then we're going to repurpose them back into the hive again. So these plastic frames that we took out, after I scraped them all off, of as much of the comb and nonsense off there that I could get, I soaked them for about 2 weeks in a tub of Clorox and Dawn and water. Maybe a 1/4 cup of Dawn, a 1/4 cup of Clorox. That kind of loosened it all up. Then the other night I just took them out, took a power washer, cleaned them up. They cleaned up pretty good. I mean, there's still a few little things here and there, but mostly they're cleaned up. So now we're going to start putting wax on them so we can put them back in the hives. As you've seen in some of the videos probably, we have this green drone comb that came waxed, but the bees on none of the frames. I mean, this one they were barely touching after weeks, and the other ones they're doing about the same, just barely putting anything on. So what we're going to do is we're going to re-wax these, basically add another layer or 2 of wax, put them back in and see if they'll start using these. Eventually swap out and pull other ones out and do the same thing, so we can get all this back up to snuff and get some use out of these frames. So let's get started on this. So we basically put wax in here a while ago, let it start melting. This is wax that pretty much wax we've collected over the last year. It ended up in one little brick that we had. And so I just melted that since it's not, I mean, it's clean, but it's not something I'd want to make candles out of or any other products. So we're going to use that to put on here and basically just brush it on. And you can see as it dries, you can kind of see where you've been. And basically what this does, this is being clean wax. It ends up letting them, it encourages them to start building this out. They'll start taking this and moving it around and building it out. And if you get enough wax on there, they'll actually, where it's down in the holes, they'll actually pull that out and use it to help build the cells. And that's pretty much all there is to it when you do this. We're just getting enough on there to give them plenty. That's all there is to it. So again, we'll just keep doing this to each frame. And these frames could be going back in the hives as soon as the next day or so. We may start swapping some stuff out. Because as always, we all know that comb is king or queen, however you want to say it. The more comb they have built out, the less time it takes for them to start storing stuff, which means they can, if it's during honey flow, in the case of honey frames, they can get that built out and get it filled up quickly, because if it's got this on, they're going to build it out quicker. If the comb's already there from like the previous year or early in the season, it just saves them a ton of time, and they can focus their energies where you want them to be focused on the honey. And some people do 2-3 coats of this on there. You can buy it that way, but it's really up to you. Whatever works, how much wax you have. I think having it heavier is better than having it lighter, because even if there's extra on there, they may take it and use it somewhere else to do something. So hopefully you see how easy that is to put wax on your plastic foundation. We'll be sticking these in the hives here in the next few days. Hopefully the bees will enjoy this new fresh wax and we can replace them with some frames that they're not doing much on. See how the bees do. Hopefully they like this fresh wax and we can get them to maybe build this out and get it ready for later in the season or next year, and they can start doing some things on it. Appreciate you watching. Click like and subscribe. If you have a comment, a question, please ask us or put it in the comment section. We'd love to answer your questions or see if we can find an answer for you. You don't want to be in this? Gabriel doesn't want to be in this. He can't have his buddy Lincoln. Have a blessed day.